Okay, so here is my whatever number this is book talk, and we're going to do a part 2 on Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, because I have obviously gotten about halfway, and before I just got the introduction read. And so what's happened so far is this is the story about Emma and Julian and their parabatai, and they were mentioned in the previous series, which is the Mortal Instruments, and this is their story basically. And this is only the first book, but the second book comes out in May, I believe. So yeah, hopefully I'm halfway now, and it's like February, so hopefully I can survive until May to get the second book. Anyway, yeah. So basically, what's happened is Julian's been through a rough patch, and during the Dark War he actually had to kill his father because of Sebastian, and we're not going to get all into that, but if you got to read the Mortal Instruments because you should yeah. So basically, if you haven't read the Mortal Instruments, this is not a really good choice to do. This is not a really good choice to read. So basically, read the Mortal Instruments, read the Infernal Devices, because that's my favorite, and then you can read this, which is the order I did them all in. But but basically, yeah, he had to kill his father, and we're not going to get all into that, but he has problems. And so basically, his mother and his father were killed. His two older siblings were taken because they're half fairy. And you again have to read the Mortal Instruments to know what the cold piece is and why fairies are looked down upon, because I'm not going to ruin that for you. Anyway, I think Brett just walked by. Anyway, okay. So yeah. So basically, he has problems and everything, and he has to raise his younger siblings. There's Tavi, who's the baby. There's Drusilla, who's just a girl, and then there's the twins, who is Octavian, or no, not Octavian, sorry. I can't remember their names, Livy and Tiberius, and they're the twins. And then there's Julian, and he's not the oldest, but he's the oldest that is still currently living at the Los Angeles Institute. And then there's Emma, whose parents died in the Dark War, but Sebastian didn't kill them. And so the whole book is about her trying to figure out who killed her parents, because everybody was like, oh, it was Sebastian, because he came into the institute and murdered all the Los Angeles Institute, as well as many other institutes, but that's just where this setting is. And he killed everybody else, so the Clave and everybody's just like, oh yeah, Sebastian killed Emma's parents. And by the way, her name's Emma Carstairs. If you read the Infernal Devices, you know how that's awesome and amazing. And Julian is Julian Blackthorn in the Blackthorn family. And so she lives in Los Angeles, and she kind of lived at the Institute in Los Angeles for a while. But when her parents were killed, she went with them permanently. So she's kind of like the mother figure, and Julian's kind of like the father figure in all of Blackthorn and the Blackthorn family's lives, because everybody else is taken and everything. So yeah, and so basically Emma's parents' bodies were scrawled in all these weird runes that weren't any runes that they know of. And when they tried to pick them up to move them, they disintegrated and they were drowned. They were found by the ocean. They were drowned, but when they tried to pick them up, they turned to ash, and it was really weird. So the whole book is trying to figure out. But the thing is, Julian and Emma are parabatai, and that's remember, that's the bond that's closer to friendship and closer than family. And it helps them fight better, since shadow hunters are warriors. It helps them fight better together. And so basically, parabatai aren't allowed to have romantic relationships, and Julian starts to kind of get feelings for Emma, and Emma starts kind of getting feelings for Julian. And so both of them are probably oh, she/he would be disgusted if he knew this about me, but they both feel the same thing. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now, which they're both kind of, some events happen, and Julian already likes her, and Emma starts to kind of realize all this stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And now to watch Shadowhunters. Hey.